Candidates are being asked about their own connections to or impressions of an array of celebrities, and with no explanation why, at least not yet. The parlor games have begun, my friends. Everybody is trying to connect the dots between the shiny, famous names and the beleaguered rap star Diddy and the charges.
Before we begin, take a breath, because this story is not as simple as the headlines want you to believe. It started as whispers, then turned into trending hashtags, and before anyone could slow it down, social media was screaming one explosive claim over and over again: that J-Lo, Oprah, and Ellen had fled the country after a judge issued arrest warrants connected to Diddy's case.
Fleck actually recently walked away from J-Lo because these allegations were coming out.
And isn't there even some concern that, or proof that Pastor T.D. Jakes?
Well, I'm getting right there. So there's this big list that Diddy said, I'm not going down alone. Because Cat Williams went on a podcast a while back, and Cat Williams, who's a well-known comedian in the black community for a long time, he went on a podcast and basically just regurgitated all this information that was just so valid. And he said, all these people, he said, you got God on one side, and then you got the other side. And he said, the other side, they're all going down in 2024. And he mentioned that he was offered $50 million 4 separate times to join in with these Diddy parties to basically be sodomized. And he turned it down every time.
To help his career.
To help his career, to bring his career to the next level.
You're on a raft
Yes.
in the middle of the ocean.
Right.
You look in the water.
That would give me so much anxiety to him.
Oh, this is about to give you more anxiety. You look in the ocean, you see 2 people float.
Gosh.
You can only pull up one because that's how much room you have on your raft. You look in the oceans, you see Ben Affleck, and you see Diddy. That's it. J to the L.
Screenshots were flying. TikTok videos were stacking millions of views. Comment sections turned into digital courtrooms where guilt was already decided. But here's the twist. Nobody could find an official warrant. No confirmed court document, no public indictment. And yet, the silence from some of the most powerful names in entertainment was loud enough to scare people into believing something massive was about to drop.
Famous people who partied and hung out with Diddy. Apparently there's like at least, 100 plus who are going to be named in his trial. Famous shiny stars. We named some of them last night. We got a new one tonight, Iron Man. But we don't yet know what the connection is. Like, how are all these famous faces and names going to be connected to P. Diddy in his sex trafficking trial? It's the kind of thing they're all freaking out about, right? And there are many unnamed yet. We're just finding out about them in jury selection. But I'll tell you what, the internet is freaking out and making its connections. Which shiny star had what connection to Diddy, and how could that end up in the case?
Yeah, there you go. Y'all. Thank you. Yeah. And I just want to say how much I appreciate Puff Daddy for doing the kinds of work that he's doing, because he doesn't have to do this. But this is part of what is important about giving back.
Yes, we applaud you, and I want to apologize for not sweating, but I do this so much. I'm so cool. I just want y'all to see everybody I'm interviewing is sweating. I'm not even touching my brow. I'm so cool, and I want to apologize. I ain't trying to make you look bad or nothing like that, but I'm just so cool. We
T-shirt. I tell you, if he was wearing one of those fancy designer clothes he's designing.
Dr. Michael B. Jordan made the list because Diddy once threatened him for dating Diddy's ex-girlfriend, Cassie Ventura. Same goes for the rapper Kid Cudi. USA Today says that Cassie's lawsuit claimed that Diddy threatened to blow up Kid Cudi's car.
Because when a scandal this big cracks open, it doesn't just expose one man, it shakes the entire room. And suddenly, everyone who ever stood close to the fire is worried they might get burned too. For decades, these celebrities weren't just stars, they were untouchable, Red carpets, billion-dollar brands, carefully controlled images.
People get on my nerves talking about who you should be seen with. I do homeless shelters. I walk in prison ministries. I deal with murders. I deal with rapists and kills because they're our children, our sons, and our...
The shock to many in the religious community, Bishop T.D. Jakes has been a spiritual advisor to presidents and a religious voice to thousands. Now he says it's time to pass the baton to a new generation. From the pulpit Sunday, Bishop T.D. Jakes announced that he was stepping down from leadership at the Potter's House.
But now, in the shadow of Diddy's legal nightmare, people are asking a dangerous question. What if the power that protected them is finally gone? And whether these rumors are true or not, one thing is undeniable. Hollywood is scared right now. To understand why these names are even being dragged into this storm, you have to understand how deeply connected this world really is.
I came in this business saying I was going to expose. When I talked about Michael Jackson, when I talked about R. Kelly, they canceled me for these things because why would you talk about another black dude? Race is not where the line is drawn. It's God's side and the other side. And we don't care nothing about the other side. Period. All of these big dick deviants is all catching hell in 2024. It's up for all of them. It don't matter if you Diddy or whoever you is. T.D. Jakes, any of them. All lies will be exposed. That's all. And anyone who takes that the wrong way, know why they take it the wrong way.
Good, I'm good. I'm fine. I'm good because I know the truth.
T.D. Jakes, do not speak against homosexual.
World-renowned Dallas pastor T.D. Jakes is named in a federal lawsuit against musician Sean Diddy Combs.
It's filed by a producer that worked with Combs. It discusses how the singer planned to leverage his relationship with the bishop to soften the impact on his public image of Casey Ventura's lawsuit. Ventura is a former girlfriend of Combs who filed her own lawsuit in November alleging abuse, violence, and stage trap.
Could this federal investigation have come out of these private lawsuits?
Oh, absolutely. If it involves sex trafficking or drugs or weapons or other illegal behavior.
Lori Levinson is a former federal prosecutor.
They've decided this is worth a lot of resources across the country. So once they've done these searches, they have evidence to follow up on. And if they've got it, they'll move on.
Sean Diddy Combs didn't just build a music empire. He built a social universe where power, influence, favors, and silence moved quietly behind closed doors. His parties weren't just celebrations, they were networking hubs. If you were famous, powerful, or wanted access, chances are you crossed paths with him at some point. Jennifer Lopez was once one of the most talked about women in his life. Their relationship in the late 90s was everywhere. Glamorous, chaotic, and controversial.
Let's just go get some girls. Let's go ahead and some girls.
Man, from my heart, that's drugs. We hit him like this, so we and you walking, we hanging out, a little later on the night after the Usher concert.
There's also this old Jimmy Kimmel Live segment, adding to fan fears about what might have gone down with Diddy.
Got me a Lamborghini.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
I haven't gotten it yet, though.
When is that coming, that Lamborghini? We talked about this last time.
The Lamborghini for a day or two, and he got access to the house, and he knows better than to be talking about the things that he does with Big Brother Puff on national television.
Oh, apparently not.
Something, everything ain't for everybody.
Oprah, while never romantically linked, shared industry circles, philanthropy spaces, and elite gatherings where only the most influential names were invited. Ellen, known for her daytime kindness, also existed inside the same elite ecosystem where reputations were managed carefully. None of that is a crime, but in moments like this, proximity becomes suspicion.
Diddy sues Diageo. Diddy filed a lawsuit accusing Diageo of neglecting the De Leon brand, racial discrimination, claiming they marketed it as an urban product and failed to treat him as a true business partner. Then in January 2024, they settled. out of court. Diageo and Diego settled the dispute out of court. While details still remain sealed, the settlement marked the end of their business relationship. So this is from 2007 till 2024, 17 years. Could they have protected him? I don't know. Their CEO currently today is Deborah Ann Crew. She was a former intelligence officer in the military, once intelligence officer, forever you're an intelligence officer. Who knows what happened? We don't know the relationship. We're not going to make any accusations. All we know is, could this have been a protection where they were at the parties and they knew things that were taking place and are like, wait, what do you want to do to us? No problem. Boom, drop the bomb. I don't know. All I'm saying is the timing is kind of strange. Maybe even they wanted to kind of be like, look, we know what's about to be dropped on this guy. We want to have nothing to do with you. We're out. Here's some money. You stay quiet. We'll pay you, but we want to get out of here. The only thing that the timing is kind of crazy is January 2024, they settle. 2 months later, remember what we're sitting there doing and minding our own business? And you hear, March of 2024, the feds are raiding Diddy's Miami home and his LA home. For what?
The public has seen this pattern before. One powerful figure falls, and suddenly everyone asks, who knew? Who stayed quiet? Who benefited? And in today's world, perception alone can destroy a career faster than facts can save it.
Well, Pierce, let me ask you a question. From your journalistic perspective, have you ever noticed how in this industry, people untimely meet their demise as soon as somebody else seems like they're having a problem? Have you ever seen that before?
Well, there was, of course, the case of one of his other ex-girlfriends, Kim Porter, who died of pneumonia at a very young age. You just referenced your own situation with pneumonia that you believe was deliberate poisoning. Do you believe that may be what happened to her?
Why are so many people coming down with pneumonia? Why is that happening to everybody? What is that about? Where have you ever seen this many cases of pneumonia associated with one situation? So, you know.
There were rumors well, I was going to mention on this that there have been rumors circulating online that Diddy may have poisoned Jamie Foxx, which caused his 2023 hospitalization. In his Netflix show, he compared Combs to the devil in revealing his near-death experience after a brain bleed and stroke. He said, I say this all the time, I saw the tunnel, I didn't see the light. It was hot in that tunnel. I thought, shit, have I gone to the wrong place? I looked at the end of the tunnel and I thought I saw the devil saying, come on, or was that Puffy? I'm effing around, but if that was Puffy at a flaming bottle of Johnson.
As Diddy's case grew darker, with allegations, testimonies, sealed evidence, and whispers of tapes, panic quietly crept through Hollywood. Not panic you see on TMZ, the kind you feel when phones stop ringing, lawyers start calling, and PR teams work overtime to say absolutely nothing. That's when people noticed something strange.
P. Diddy, why can't we get anything concrete? All we really have is the hotel hallway beat ass.
That one is in the process. At least, I don't know. But hold on. He's in jail. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of lawsuits. That one is like, we're going to find out. Jamie Foxx just recently said that P. Diddy poisoned him. And that's it.
I've heard that.
He talked about it on stage.
He said it?
He said it.
Got poisoned?
He said it.
He goes, I didn't have a heart attack because of the vaccine. It was Diddy shutting me up.
See if we can find that, because he said it on stage. Whoa.
Poisoning people?
Bro, I think there was some crazy bit going on.
Like Cosby shit? Like drugging?
Diddy wasn't even, I think it was murder could do it.
There's alleged murder. There's a bunch of people that got pneumonia, a bunch of convenient people that died of pneumonia. Jamie Foxx addresses whether Diddy was responsible for his 2023 hospitalization while filming Netflix special. Holy shit.
Jamie Foxx has a Netflix special. Should they not care about at all stand-up?
Jamie Foxx is hilarious. Audience member.
Yeah, right. Oh, I see him at clubs all the time. Working out his bit.
What is that share sweat? Look at this. The audience members had varying accounts of the comedian's words. Two of them claimed that Foxx said Diddy was responsible for what happened to him, that he's the one who called the FBI on Diddy, who's currently in prison awaiting trial and city referee trial.
Jennifer Lopez traveling abroad. Oprah suddenly outside the U.S. Ellen staying low-key overseas. Completely normal behavior for global celebrities, until the internet decided it wasn't. What if they're running? People asked. What if warrants are sealed? others claimed. What if this is bigger than we think?
Last hearing before Sean Combs' trial starts, when he walked into federal court today, he appeared to be looking for his family. They've pretty much been at all of the hearings that I've been to, but there was no presence of his sons or his mother or his sister who had previously been at those hearings. So here's what came out of today's hearing. Number one, the government acknowledged that they offered Combs a plea deal. Combs acknowledged he has no interest in taking that. They're going to move forward with the trial. They also talked about the jury selection process, which one legal expert I spoke to said is probably the most important thing that you want to pay close attention to before the actual trial starts. And thirdly, we learned that Combs will be adding 2 new attorneys to his defense team. And just to recap, Combs, who is 55 years old, could spend the rest of his life behind bars if convicted on sex trafficking and racketeering. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges.
Developments tonight involving the case against Sean Diddy Combs, what he decided in court today, and what this now means, the move coming just 4 days before his trial is set to begin. Here's Aaron Katursky.
And once that idea took hold, it spread like wildfire. But here's what nobody wants to admit. Silence doesn't always mean guilt. Sometimes it means strategy. Sometimes it means fear of saying the wrong thing. And sometimes it means waiting to see who survives the fallout. Still, the timing couldn't have been worse. Because Diddy's case wasn't just about allegations anymore.
If you don't think that dude groomed that young girl, took that impressionable young girl who wanted to be a star, who wanted all her dreams that she had to come true, and fed her drugs, fed her pills, fed her alcohol, and fed her mushrooms and things that she never took before, to F her mind up, and then put her in a position that she thought that what little that she had, that she didn't want to lose it. If you didn't think that he did something and did that to her, bruh, I gotta say something wrong.
It was about power, about how long certain behavior can hide behind fame, about whether the industry itself would finally be forced to look in the mirror. People started revisiting old interviews, old photos, old moments that once felt harmless. Clips were slowed down, smiles were re-examined. Every interaction was treated like a clue. And suddenly, Jennifer Lopez wasn't just an ex, she was a symbol of an era people wanted answers about. Oprah wasn't just a media mogul, she was questioned for who she gave platforms to and who she didn't. Ellen's already damaged image made her an easy target, with critics saying her fall from grace was just the beginning.
And whenever these trials come about, the closer you get to the trial date, a lot of things start happening to remove people from the case that are going to strengthen the case for the prosecution. And I feel like we're watching that take place now with one of the male sex worker guys who provided tapes to the feds. He's disappeared. And this is similar to what happened in the Tory Lanez case, where the bodyguard whose DNA was on the weapon, he disappeared. So I expect to see a lot of strange things take place. I expect to see the defense team do a lot of steps to lighten the image of Combs, and we've been watching that take place.
From what you know about him, Sean Combs, obviously the perception of him has changed dramatically since these allegations were made and since he got charged. I mean, from everything we're seeing now, he seems a very unpleasant, nasty, violent piece of work. Is that a correct assessment?
The assessment is going to be correct. So what I've learned is whenever you see a gentleman like this from affluence and power, whenever they have an addiction to MDMA or the drug ARP, they call it the love drug. So he's been doing this drug for over 20 years. So that's going to leave his view skewed when it comes to sexual activity. I believe it's helped turn him into a sexual deviant.
What nobody expected was how quickly the internet turned speculation into certainty. Posts claimed a judge had issued arrest warrants tied to Diddy's case. Others said the warrants were sealed to avoid panic. Some even claimed private jets were being tracked. None of it confirmed, all of it believable enough in an age where truth travels slower than fear. And here's the part that really shook people. Nobody rushed to deny it. No press conferences, no emotional Instagram posts, no aggressive legal threats, just quiet movement, controlled statements, and distance.
Now, here's Fox. Go ahead, Rob.
What jurors heard today were tales of appalling physical abuse by Sean Combs as prosecutors portrayed him as a monster who controlled people and plied them with drugs, threats, money, brandishing guns during these on-camera performances that he liked to call freak-offs. And in fact, jurors were shown for the first time today that horrifying videotape. Combs brutally beating, kicking, and dragging his then-girlfriend. And then a male escort took the witness stand, and he talked about how he saw firsthand that same young woman repeatedly battered by the defendant, who then tried to bribe a hotel security guard with a stack of cash to get rid of the evidence. In opening statements, what struck me was how the defense attorney openly admitted that her client committed domestic violence, but then tried to argue, well, that's about trafficking for which he's charged. Technically, yes, but it is an underlying crime in the racketeering case against him, which includes kidnapping, arson, crimes, bribery, obstruction, all part of this alleged criminal enterprise run by Sean Combs. His attorney also admitted to the jury that her client's conduct is quote-unquote indefensible and that he may be a deviant, but that doesn't make him a criminal, which strikes me as not a terribly great defense. Are going to be arguing, and they said this to the jury, that the alleged female victims, and there are a lot of them, are all motivated to lie out of greed because they file lawsuits against Combs for money damages. Well, that is a typical defense tactic, but it is dangerous, it is perilous. Jurors might perceive it as the lawyers re-victimizing the victims. Katie?
In Hollywood, that's not accidental. When you've spent your entire career managing image, you know when to speak and when to disappear. You know how fast one wrong sentence can become evidence in the court of public opinion. And right now, the court is ruthless. Jennifer Lopez has built her brand on resilience and reinvention, but this moment threatens to drag her back into a chapter she's spent decades separating from. Oprah, who shaped narratives for generations, now finds herself inside one she can't control. Ellen, already bruised by accusations of toxic behavior, doesn't have much public goodwill left to protect her. Whether or not they've done anything wrong almost feels irrelevant to the internet. Because the real story isn't about arrest warrants. It's about trust breaking down. People no longer trust the systems that protected celebrities. They don't trust silence. They don't trust carefully worded statements. And they definitely don't trust that only one man knew what was happening behind those closed doors. As more details from Diddy's case leak, testimonies, alleged recordings, unnamed witnesses, the fear isn't just legal, it's reputational. One mention, one implication, one association, that's all it takes. And if history has taught Hollywood anything, it's this. When the wall cracks, everyone starts running, guilty or not. Families get involved. Children get shielded. Business partners quietly step away. Invitations dry up. Phones stop ringing. The isolation sets in fast. Imagine waking up knowing your name is trending next to words like warrant, fleeing, and cover-up, even if none of it is true. Imagine knowing that denying it might only make it worse. That kind of pressure breaks people. This is why the emotional weight of this moment matters more than the rumor itself. Because behind the scenes, careers are being evaluated. Legacies are being questioned, and people who once felt untouchable are realizing how fragile that protection really was. Hollywood was built on illusion, on smiling through discomfort, on pretending everything is fine while chaos lives behind the curtain. But scandals like this rip the curtain down. Whether Jennifer Lopez is on vacation, Oprah is attending business abroad, or Ellen is simply avoiding attention doesn't matter anymore. The narrative has already been written by millions of strangers online. And narratives are powerful. They don't need proof to survive. They only need doubt. This is the cost of being close to power for too long. Even if you never touched the darkness, the shadow still follows you. So where does this leave us? Right now, there are no confirmed arrest warrants for J.Lo, Oprah, or Ellen connected to Diddy's case. No official statements saying they've fled anything. No legal documents proving the internet's loudest claims. But there is something else that's very real: fear. Fear of what's next, fear of who talks, fear of what evidence exists, fear that the industry's long-protected secrets are finally too heavy to hold. And maybe that's why this story refuses to die. Because deep down, people don't just want gossip. They want accountability. They want to believe that fame no longer equals immunity, that silence isn't safety anymore. As Diddy's case moves forward, more names may surface, or maybe none will, but the damage is already done. Hollywood's image of control is cracking, and once the audience sees that crack, they never look away. The question now isn't whether these celebrities fled the country. The real question is, if the truth finally comes out, will anyone be able to outrun it? Because history shows us one thing every time. When the music stops, the ones who danced closest to the fire are the first ones people point at. And this story is far from over.